Before I came back to church, I've been going for a long time, probably since I would say that I was 17 or 18 years old. So 10, 12 years now. I'm not exactly sure why I left, but I just went distance from it. I don't know if it was college or just having the option to make my own decisions and feeling at the time that I didn't need God in my life, but realizing, 10 or 12 years later that if I had had God in my life, things might have been a little bit easier. And maybe would have worked out differently. I'd gone through a divorce and had to raise two kids by myself for a while. And it got pretty hard with no, the missing link, and it wasn't a partner, it was a spiritual link. Even though Andy was a preacher, he didn't pressure me into coming back to church and treated me as just a long lost friend. Having a friendship come back into your life and realizing that maybe that was part of God's plan at the time, and not to force me back into church, but to ease me back into it and see that there was still forgiveness and love for me. It was hard. The first time that I walked in, I didn't know what to expect. I see, all these people at the front door that are greeting me as I'm walking across the parking lot. The welcome feeling that I got when I stepped inside the door after trying to make it past Zach in the parking lot it was one of the best feelings that I'd had in a while, because I hadn't been in church, and I sat there with my arms crossed through the first sermon and didn't really participate in the music, and just kind of sat there and just observed and just looked around. And to me at the time it looked goofy because I hadn't been around that. I've been in a church where it was, stand up, sit down, listen to the choir sing, and it wasn't as interactive. It was just do as you were told, and it wasn't as fun. And then when I realized that worshiping God could be fun, and and you could still get the same message across, I think that's when I decided that this stuff might actually work. I think once I started realizing that how much my kids appreciated it, and my relationship with them had changed, where we turned the corner on from Peachtree Industrial on to McGinnis Ferry, and both of them know where we're going. Especially Ireland, the youngest one, knows. As soon as we turn into the turn lane into the church parking area, she always says, "Oh, there's my church." And just hearing that, and then hearing my 7-year-old Addison speak about God so freely and openly, it just really made me almost feel like a child again when it came to coming back to God, and seeing that if a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old could do it, and be so open with it and accept Jesus' love, then why couldn't I? God was there the whole time with me. It's just it took me to a little bit of time to accept it back and to forgive myself for some of the things that have gone wrong in my life.
Yeah.
I'm Todd Franklin, and God changed my life through the Fountain.